So right there, we'll talk about that as well as far as pressuring shields. Because you hit my shield once, then you hit it a second time, and I'm sure if I let you, you would have hit it the third time, right? In which case, I still would have gotten that grab. So you want to be careful when you're pressuring a shield that if you happen to hit someone's shield with something, you should be going for some sort of mix-up right away, whether it's going for the grab or let's say going for shield break or something like that, right? Also, yeah, that's just happening, I guess.
Yeah, that was meant to be.
Yeah, I hate to see it.
So I should never, even with the dancing blade, should I never hit it twice? Or if it's dancing blade, I should mix it up and possibly go with 4 hits?
So here's the thing that makes it a little bit more difficult with regards to playing at higher levels is there's no such thing as anything that's really absolute to say, oh, you should just do this and it will 100% work. Because that's just not true, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So with regards to saying, should I do a stagger on shield with dancing blade or go for all 4? It depends on a couple things. It depends on how aggressive am I fighting, and also what character am I even playing? Because going for dancing blade like 1 and 2 only, I think hits 2, 3, and 4 have like 40 plus frames of end lag. So I could drop shield and F smash you if you just go for 1 and 2. Right? But on the flip side of it, if you go for 1 and 2 and slow it down, and then you do 3 and 4, if I drop shield and think I can F smash you, you'll still punish me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So there is also a mix up with delaying your dancing blade as well. Right?
Yeah.
So how do you know what you should do? Once again, same thing with when I approach you. If I stay in shield, or do I drop shield and try and jump? Do I spot dodge? Do I try and roll? Do I drop shield and try and jab? Or do I try and grab you? Like, depending on what I do, there is an answer for pretty much everything in the game, but you have to really pay attention to whatever that person's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So for example, let's say this will probably never work, but let's say I jump in and I shoot like that, right? If I jump and shoot, notice I'm missing you, right? I'm not even hitting you if I do this.
Yeah.
But if you are approaching with a jump every single time and I'm stopping you, then you have to adjust. Does that mean that Lucina's short hot fair is bad? Definitely not. It's actually probably one of the best moves in the game, right? But based on the situation, you have to do something else. But you wouldn't know that you have to do something else until you started fighting me and until you saw that it wasn't working.
Got it.
Right?
So in our game, was there anything I was doing that wasn't working that I kept on trying?
I'm trying to think back. It's mostly the ledge trapping stuff. You were approaching on the ground a fair amount. Approaching on the ground isn't necessarily bad, but I was able to catch you with the dash attacks or with the grabs. One of the things too that's going to make this incredibly unfair for you is I have over 4,500 hours in this game, and I've been playing it since day 1, right?
Yeah.
Also, I coach full time. So a lot of the things that I'm doing, unfortunately for you, you're going to just be getting outplayed. And it's not very fair to say that you're making mistakes in that case, and it's something that even Esam says all the time. He says a lot on stream, where it's like he'll be comboing someone, and he said, you literally did nothing wrong. All you did was fight me. And that was unfortunately the mistake. I didn't say that, he said that, right? So in that case, it's like, what did you really do wrong? It's like, well, what you did wrong was let me have good spacing and then get a grab based on a move that I know is unsafe for you to do at a certain range based on your frame data and mathematically impossible for you to throw out and safely escape with, right? So that sounds like a lot of stuff, but for you, as far as what can you do better, we'll keep playing, but one of the main things that's going to have to, or will help you a ton, is fighting a lot of better players, people that are substantially better than you, right? So you get practice to be in those situations more often where it's like, oh, with my friends, I can just run up and grab them and it just works, right?
Yeah.
But you try and do it against somebody else and they're going to run and jump over you and then grab you, right? Or they're going to run and then dash back and then F smash you, right? Or they're going to come down with like some sort of drag down into like some sort of combo that does 60, whereas when your friends grab you, they do 14. So getting grabbed by them, you can get grabbed 10 times a game, and it doesn't really mean much. You get grabbed by someone who has crazy combos 3 times a game, and you die, or you get 3-stocked, right?
I felt like you were very good at getting me in the air and then forcing me into like you juggled me maybe like 6 times, and I had to keep on trying to land, which is part of the floaty character.
Mm-hmm. So with regards to getting you in the air quite easily or not. There's a couple of things that are or could be happening. If I'm hitting you straight up, like I said before, this is kind of a hitbox or launch angle knowledge test for yourself. If you know what your opponent's moves are that send you in that direction, and you're feeling yourself, hey, I'm getting hit up a lot. If you know, for example, I'll just throw them out. So it's down tilt, up tilt, side B, up air, and then up throw, right?
Yeah.
Literally all of those moves are on the ground except for up air.
Yeah.
So that would be telling you two things. Number one, you're getting hit while I'm on the ground, right? Yeah. So what does that mean? If you're jumping in and I'm up tilting you, you're getting caught for jumping in. If you're dashing back and forth and I'm side B'ing you, that means you're not walking or you're not shielding or you're not jumping enough.
Yeah.
Right? Or maybe your spacing is poor. If I'm grabbing you, there's potential that you're spacing your attacks unsafely on shield, right? Or you yourself are missing attacks or you're missing grabs. Yeah. Right? Because if you throw out like an F smash and I run up and grab you, right? I just do the special like that. That shouldn't have worked, technically. But if I do the special, like dash in, dash back, dash in, get a grab, for example, and that happens to work, of course you wouldn't technically be charging an S smash in that situation, but let's say you throw one out, or you throw it like Dancing Blade in the wrong direction or whatever it is. These are the types of things you have to look for to say to yourself, okay, even if you're watching back a replay, okay, this is why I'm taking damage. I'm throwing out too many attacks on the ground, but here's the important part. Too many attacks on the ground that are, number one, missing, and number two, against this particular player. Yeah. That's the most important part, because you could throw out only attacks on the ground, and let's say I just try and grab you the whole time and I constantly miss. That means that what you were doing actually worked, and it was the right thing to do. Right? So yeah.
I'll just have to adapt based on the play.
Yep. You want to try. It's like a mixture between sight reading and improvising a solo, if that makes sense. Right? Mm-hmm. So you got to pay attention to what I'm doing, but then you have to improvise yourself around the framework of how I want to play. And I've said this in multiple sessions in the past as well. You want to directly try and counterplay my playstyle more so than you want to try to impose your own will of your own playstyle. So what I mean by that is, if all you want to do is Dancing Blade, let's say all you want to do is Dancing Blade just to hit me. If I run up and go like this and you Dancing Blade every single time and I grab you every single time, you're going to lose. Right?
Yeah, clearly.
So, and that's the thing, like I said, about as far as imposing your will. Let's say all you want to do is Dancing Blade and all I want to do is landing Nair. I'm going to lose. I can't just do that because what you're doing directly counters what I want to do. So I have to switch and directly counter you.
Got it.
Right?
I'm not really good enough to play in any tournaments, I don't think. I still have a lot of like basics and like movements that I'm not great with.
Well, I can tell you this, and I know I said we were going to fight, and we'll fight right after this. One of the best ways to get better at this game is, like I said, fight people who are better than you. Yeah. And get destroyed. However, most important is when you get destroyed, don't be mad. Don't be upset if you lose, because you're going into it thinking you should treat going to tournaments or going to online tournaments, treat it as a lesson. Saying, I'm going to fight this person to see everything I'm doing wrong. And then I'm going to save the replay, and I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to feel embarrassed as it happens, but I'm trying to learn. And I get that I'm trying to learn. Mm-hmm. Right?
That's been really helpful for me. It's just like playing better players and then asking them what they're punishing me for, like what I could have been doing better. Mm. So I'm used to losing, especially with Lucina.
And that's the thing, is it's going to be a long time, because like Lucina is very simple and she's easy to pick up but not easy to master. She can take a lot of effort to actually play at a high level, because your tools are quite limited as far as how creative you can really get with her. Oh, he's wild. He's trying to get legs trapped on purpose. You absolutely hate to see it. You really do. Can I kill you right here? I don't think I can. Maybe? Sour spot? Nope. Not sour spot.
Yeah, so when I'm trying to keep my eye on your character instead of mine, like sometimes I kind of walk off the ledge a bit.
No, it's all good. I was going to say, as soon as you walked off the ledge, I said you hate to see it. not because I knew I was going to get a kill, but I was pretty sure I was going to get a shield break. Because it's like, oh shit, I made a mistake. I got to get on stage. I have to almost cheat my way back on stage. So I'm going to probably roll or shield, wait for me to do something, hit your shield, and like try and get past me once I've already put myself in lag. So like, I'm just going to go for a shield break. And even if you didn't roll, you just held shield, I was still going to hit you. And your shield would have been gone, right?
So that covered a lot of options for you. It covered the roll, it covered the...
It more so covered the fear of the mistake you made. If you didn't make a mistake and throw yourself off stage, you probably wouldn't have done that at all. You probably would have forward tilted or jumped, right? In which case your shield wouldn't have got broken. Damn, you hate to see it.
I did not want to die.
Oh man, that's the thing. Throwing out a footstool like that, a lot of people would never do that, right? So that situation would never exist for you to be like, oh shit, and then panic like that, right?
Yeah.
It's just experience fighting better players too. Okay.
One big thing I'm learning is to not hit twice on shield.
Yep.
I think that can help a lot.
Also, don't land on top of me. Or don't land anywhere, bro.
Yeah, you're the kind of moving. It's not me.
Okay, you went high. Let's run into this. Oh god. That is very, very unfortunate.
I need to be aware that that like pushes me forward just enough to get in range.
Yeah. Doesn't F smash the ledge? He's drunk. This guy's out of his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate to see it. Yeah, I absolutely hate to see it. I'm dead. Oh my god, that was actually sick. You could have destroyed my entire career. Damn, bro. That up smash read, if you just let that go, I would have exploded. It's like he just knew. And here's the thing. That's why I said before, good habits are bad. I air dodged on stage.
Yeah.
And maybe you didn't know I was going to do that. Maybe you just randomly up smashed. If you landed that, that is a sick read to know would work. Just be like, oh, you're going to air dodge, you're automatically dead. Because your up smash has a hitbox on the ground on both sides of you as well. Right.